Okay, so let's clean up this mess that we've just done with the bomb that's not printing correctly and the target as well. So in here, I'm just going to make sure that the target is actually called target. Yes, that's fine. And if I go to the bomb, so what we had is this name was called. So what we want is bomb, like this. And that I'm going to put inside of my bomb. So that's going to work fine. By the way, something I want you to do as well with the particle system. If we look for in here, right, the stretch factor, and if you stretch just a little bit like this, I think that looks quite cool. So linear velocity 2. Oh, right, yeah, that is much better. That's exactly what I wanted. Finally, we get there. Okay, we've got our bomb. We have actually, what I'm going to do is to remove the particle system outside, flatten this node, flatten selection, just to make sure that the only thing we can touch is the bomb and not the sphere that we had as well in there. So particles are inside of the bomb. Good. Now, if I go back to my view controller, every time, so let's add a bit of logic to this. So what we do here is that every time we hit a target, what I'm going to do is to change the position of the target and the bomb. So here I'm just going to call this add target and add bomb, which I probably should rename as well, because that's going to be just be placing them. So here, if I hit command and rename, and that is going to be called position target, and same here, rename position bomb. Excellent. Right, so here what we want is to have a random number between -3 and 3, and same for this as well. So the height, I guess the height we could do as well between 1, -1. We just don't want 0, 0, 0. That's just a bit annoying. Anyway, okay, so here for the x, what we want to do is to generate a random number. So we now have this very useful in Swift 4.2, which int can have random, and then you can say that you want this in a closed range. So I want from -3 all the way to 3. So the x position will vary from -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and obviously we can't. So this is float that it wants. So I can just wrap all of this and cast this as a float. Perfect. So let's just now get back in here, and we have our Z position is going to do the same, and then for that one and that one as well. So every time we position a target and a bomb, it's going to just, you know, be random. Excellent. Now if we hit the bomb, oh, if you hit the bomb, that's just not good, is it? So what I'm going to do is I am going to, well, first I'm going to show you how you can get a snapshot, so get an image, a picture of the scene. So that's pretty useful. Scene view snapshot. That's all you need. So let image equals snapshot, and that, my friends, is a UI image. See, extremely simple to take a picture of your AR experience. So what we need in here is to, if I go to where my code is, so we've got the image, and what we want is to create a flash overlay that's going to be an image view. Okay, so let's overlay equals, so UI image view, and it's going to have the same frame as our current view, so self.view.frame. Good. Then this overlay, so this overlay is an image view. We can pass on the image, so overlay.image equals the image. Okay, let me drag this. Then something quite fun we can do is to play the camera, so the shutter sound. And to do this, I'm going to have to go in here and import AV foundation. So here now I can call audio services play system sound. And that should work, but it doesn't seem. Okay, services. So I don't want, sound with completion, alert sound, system sound. I just want system sound, that's the one. Okay, and here you can pass an ID. So this one, I know it's 1108. I guess you can look into the documentation from Apple to find out about all the different system sounds that you can have, but this one is basically the shutter for the camera. So that's going to be cool. It basically means that, oh, you've been caught. You can have a bomb, actually, an explosion if you want in there. Up to you to find a better sound if you want. Actually, I still need to have default in here, so it's going to just be a break, do nothing, and that should clear this. There we go. Cool. So where are we with this overlay? So we can add the scene views is a view onto which we can add a subview, and that's going to be our overlay. And then straight away we can animate this and fade it out. So UI view animate. So duration up to you. I'm gonna do just 3. Actually, let's do 5 seconds. And in here, I'm gonna fade away the overlay. So overlay dot opacity, so alpha. The alpha equals 0. So it's going to take 5 seconds for the alpha of that to go to 0. And I should have added a completion. Oh my god. Okay, so animate. Right, I wanted this one with a completion. So 5. In here we've got our overlay.alpha equals 0, and here for the completion I'm gonna have so I don't care about that. Nothing in, and here I can basically remove the flash overlay. So flash my overlay and remove from super view. Cool. Okay, I hope this makes sense. So let's now run and see how this looks. Okay, so here we go. If I look around, I have no idea where. Oh, there's a bomb here. And okay, my overlay worked. Oh, here it is. So I found my first target. If I tap on the target, it disappears and it's gone. Oh, it's here now. Okay, that's me, guys. What up? Oh, there's a bomb. Let's hit the bomb. Very bad. Actually, can I hear? I can't hear that sound. Can I? I'm on somewhere. No, it's fine. It works. Excellent. So let's have a look. Yeah, there's the target again. Come closer. Boom. And there we go. This works. Isn't that cool? All right. So now what I want to show you is how to show the orientation, the 3D orientation, to lead our users directly to the target.